Hello everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope you're all doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me today, you absolute legends, guys. I appreciate every single one of you, guys. Before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, all that sweet stuff, guys, you absolute diamonds. Now, guys, let's get straight into it, shall we? Good morning, Benny. How you doing, brother? And good morning, UK Rap, by the way. Before I start, absolute legends in the house. Hope you're all doing well, guys. It's all about Man United. It's all about the future. It's all about brushing off that dead weight, the waste people in your life, and you get rid of it. And it's just a pop-off. It's gone. And that's what we need to do in Man United. We need to get rid of the waste. That's what we need to do, guys. And there's lots of debates surrounding the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, Diogo Dalot, the whole shebang, lots of ins and outs and twists and turns in regards to where we should go with these players. Because my opinion in regards to these players is that what are we learning from these players? What are we going to achieve with these players? Are we going to progress with these players? You know, and that is my biggest question about it. What are we, you know, what is the point of having a Luke Shaw, a Dalot, a Bruno? I mean, you guys let me know because I want to hear both sides to the argument. I know there's a couple of channels out there been doing basically shows dedicated to it. I want to bring it in because I'm very interested to know what you guys think, in particular Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, what do you think is going on with that, guys? But I appreciate everyone who's joined me today, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Let's get straight into it, shall we, guys? Manchester United are looking to make a January move for Alexander Pavlovic. Alexander Pavlovic is a 21-year-old Serbian who plays a CDM and central midfield for Bayern Munich, guys. He is valued at around 55 million euros. Very, it's not expensive considering who we were going to get, you know, when you think about it. But Alexander Pavlovic will be deemed a backup option if it's the likes of Baleba or Adam Wharton do not go through in January. But I believe, and I've been told, Manchester United are very interested in Alexander Pavlovic. Alexander Pavlovic is, we've been linked to him before, only 21 years old, Serbian international. I would like that signing. I would love that kind of signing. This is the kind of signing I like. He's not too young. Walk straight into that team. 55 million. Not too bad. Quality player. I think that would be great. But would Bayern Munich budge on that price? Would they budge on that sale? Would they do it? I mean, that is another thing, isn't it, at the end of the day, guys? But it does look like that a lot of action is going to be happening in January. January, there's going to be a lot of movement, ins and outs then. And, you know, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Man United do, how Man United maneuver. In particular, if Kobbie Mainoo does go on loan or Kobbie Mainoo leaves, he does need to be replaced, doesn't he? He needs to be replaced. And Pavlovic will be perfect. Of course, we've been speaking about the likes of Ruben Neves as well, could possibly come on loan. And, you know, we need a replacement if Mainoo's going to leave because that leaves us threadbare, to be honest with you, if we do get rid of Mainoo. And, you know, and we need to think about the future as well. And Pavlovic does represent that future, of course. It does look more likely that Man United will make a move in the summer. However, Man United are aware that we are very light in midfield, and in particular, if Kobbie Mainoo leaves the football club and this player needs to be replaced to give Ruben Amorim a fighting chance in this Premier League, of course, guys, because these deals should have been done in the summer. They should have been done in the summer. We know, isn't it? They should have been done in the summer. These deals should have been done a long time ago so that it gave Ruben Amorim a better chance of succeeding this season. I still think that we're going to surprise a lot of people this season. I did say it before the season started that we're going to surprise a lot of people this season and Ruben Amorim will have a good season. We've been very, very close, guys, in a number of games. And our XG is phenomenal. It's amazing, isn't it? Unfortunately, games are not won on XGs. And we need to put that ball in the back of the net. And we need to start winning more football matches. Saturday was a start. Let's go on to the next game against Liverpool. And hopefully we can get something from that game. We got a lot of difficult fixtures coming up, guys. We got the likes of Tottenham, we got West Ham, we got a few games there that are going to be a little bit difficult where we've notoriously lost in the past. And I do believe that this will tell me where we are. Not so much the Liverpool game. It will be more the Newcastle, the Tottenham, the West Ham. These sort of games are the ones that are going to tell me exactly where we are as a football team, of course. And it can still get very treacherous for Ruben Amorim. Now, should Ruben Amorim survive the next couple of months? I mean, he may not, of course. He may lose those games, and obviously his position is going to be under threat. Should he survive those games and get to December, I really hope he does, then we can hopefully bring in a midfielder or some reinforcements to help him in the second half of the season, and obviously solidify our opportunity to get into European football next season. I believe we can. I don't believe this Premier League is predictable. I believe anything can happen in this Premier League. I believe this is what it is all about, guys. And belief is the most important thing. Belief that we can do it as well. And that stems from me, from Ruben Amorim, from the players, everything. We have to believe that we can do something this season. We can't just throw away this. But it does depend on where Ruben Amorim is in December, of course, guys. And January, he may not be here. I hope he is, fingers crossed, because that would mean that we've won a few games. I said it a couple of days ago. I said that Ruben Amorim needs to go basically a whole, couple of months, let's say until Christmas, without losing a game. I think he can't lose any more games. I think he can't. I just think it's in his best interest not to lose any more games. It's going to be difficult against Liverpool. We know that, but this is where legends are born, isn't it? You know, you can't win anything with comfort zones. You're going to have to go to Anfield and you're going to have to get something. Even if it's a draw, you get something. Then we can move on to the games against Brighton, against West Ham, against Tottenham. And these type of games where we've lost in the past, you know what I mean? And we need to start try and win in those games, you know what I mean? And try and change the narrative. Try and change the record a little bit, you know? Alexander Pavlovich, 21 years old, gaining interest from Manchester United. January transfer move. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Let's wait and see, guys. I hope you're all doing well on the stream. Hope everyone is blessed. Big up the community. Blessings to the community, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see the legend Sanjay back in the house. Hope you're doing good. Of course. Hope you're good. Big up Tammy. What's going on, Tammy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Tammy Ghost. What's going on? Good morning. Hope you're doing blessed, my friend. Big up Chow. How you doing, my friend? Morning, guys. Unpopular opinion. Do we need to improve on from Leacher if we get another injury? I wouldn't say now, but I do think we need to be looking at that in the future. We got Aiden Heaven in there. I think Aiden Heaven's an incredibly talented footballer, and I think we should give Aiden Heaven a chance. It would, I would say that. However, I would say that we need backup in defensive options. We do. We've already lost Johnny Evans. We've already lost Lindelof as well. So Man United do need to think to the future. I do believe there's still life in Licha Martinez, subject to popular belief. I do believe there's still life in Licha Martinez. And I think that we need to give him a chance because he's been a fabulous player for us over the years. I know he's injury prone. It's really disappointing. The reason that Licha is injury prone is because he puts his body on the line. Unlike some players, he puts his body on the line and he's liable to get injured and he's liable to get injured again. So it depends how we approach it. Do we think about the future or do we just think about giving him a chance? I believe in Aiden Heaven. I'll tell you right now, I believe in Aiden Heaven. You know, as Belinda Carlisle said, there's a place on earth, there's a heaven on earth. And that's what I would say, guys. And I don't know if that's the lyrics, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I believe in Aiden Heaven. And I believe that Aiden Heaven is the guy, and he will be the guy to replace Licha Martinez. And I do believe he needs more game time as well. I think hopefully, this is the disappointing thing about the League Cup, isn't it? We would have had a chance to bring in and embed these players into the team and give them more experience, etc., isn't it, guys? So there you go. Big up Metal. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Big up Stephen. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Big up. Good morning, sir. Is Licha back? Not yet, Ephraim. Licha's supposed to be back. And this is the big question, isn't it? This is the biggest conundrum that Man United are facing at the moment with Licha Martinez. You know, he's back in light training. So basically, he's doing light gym work at the moment. So he's not ready. And he won't be ready probably till... he should have been ready by the end of October. You know, that is when he was due to come back. And I don't know if he's going to be ready by the end of October. I hope he is. We really need him. We would have loved to have him against Liverpool, guys, but he's not going to be there. Obviously, he had a man of the match display last year against Liverpool. Do you remember when he smashed one in the top corner against Liverpool? That's the sort of thing that Licha Martinez does that none of our defenders can do. An absolutely phenomenal player. And people underestimate this, how much we've missed Licha Martinez. We've missed him. You know, this is why we need a squad of players that can bed in, that can come in and do as an effective job as him. Unfortunately, we don't have that at the moment. We have Aiden Heaven, who I believe in, but he's still very young. Man United do need replacements. Man United do need squad depth. We don't have a squad. Our squad is very thin. Whenever someone gets injured, we're looking around, we're searching under the sofa, under the carpet. Who's the next player? Who are we going to bring in next? You know, we don't have a big enough squad, and that we have to face reality with this. And and this is down to Ineos, of course. They need to improve that squad. They need to build the squad up because you know we got a very thin squad, and we got a very small squad in regards to first team players who can make a difference. Big up David Sumner. What's going on, my bro? How you doing? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well, mate. Hope everything is blessed with you on this lovely Tuesday morning for me. Hope you're blessed, my friend. Good to see you, pal. Ephraim, Sal, how many points do you think we'll get for the next 4 games? Oh, my goodness me. What's our next 4 games? We've got Liverpool. I think we've got West Ham. Let me just bring up Man United's fixture list. Spare me a second. I'm going to bring up Man United's fixture list. Man United fixture list. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's see what fixtures we've got. Okay, so on the 19th of October, we've got Liverpool at Anfield. I'm going for I can't give you my predictions yet, guys, because I don't know what the team's going to be. I mean, but I'm going to give you how many points. I think Liverpool against Man United, I'm going to surprise everyone. I'm going to shock everyone here. 3 points against Liverpool. 3 points against Liverpool. Brighton at Old Trafford, 3 points against Brighton. Nottingham Forest at the City Ground, 3 points against Nottingham Forest. Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 1 point there. And so far, that's 6, 9, 10. So that's 4 games. I think we'll get 10 points for the next 4 games. How about that, guys? How about that? Have some of that. That's what it is. I wouldn't mind that. Of course, guys, I have got my Man United hat on at the moment. I have got that little bit of bias thing there. None of it, of course. I have got that, of course, guys. Benny, unfortunately, yes, if we can't keep fit, I like his attitude, but no good if we can't keep fit. Absolutely. Big up Anna Rouge. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. So 10 points from the next 4 games. That's acceptable, right? I mean, obviously, it's going to be a big if, isn't it? But you never know what happens, guys. You have to keep the positivity because if you don't, who else is? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Metal. Sal, we'll definitely improve once we have a backline of Mazraoui, Euro, De Ligt, and Martinez with Lemens in goal. That's the stability we've been missing. Absolutely, Metal. Spot on. We do need that. And people underestimate how much we suffered whilst we're missing these players, Even with having the likes of Senny Lemens in goal, it just fills me with so much confidence. I don't know about you, Metal, but it just fills me with confidence. It fills me with enthusiasm and excitement because we've actually got a competent goalkeeper between the sticks. We got a calm guy between the sticks. Do you know what I mean? And I feel confident about that, and I feel happy about that. I expected it, to be honest, with sending amends. I didn't expect it. I knew it would happen, guys. And some people are on social media over this last 24 hours talking about how we need Ter Stegen as a sort of nurturing device for Senny Lemens. Ter Stegen to nurture Senny Lemens. My goodness me. Do these people actually watch football? I want to ask you the question. Do they actually watch football? Have they seen Ter Stegen? Ter Stegen makes more mistakes than Onana. And you want him to come in because you don't believe in Lemens. I mean, come on, man. Look, I know some people didn't want Lemens, but some of the theories that people are coming out with, the dross, the absolute drivel that they're coming out with is pathetic. I understand. I agree. It's opinion. And we got democracy. But some of it, come on, guys. Senny Lemens is the future. He is a generational goalkeeper. Let me tell you that right now. You think you've seen it all. You haven't seen enough, guys. I've watched him for over a year. That guy is going to be fabulous at Man United. We don't need no Ter Stegen and things like that. If Man United are going to bring in another goalkeeper, it would be a goalkeeper from the youth team to act as an understudy, to act as a number 2 for Senny Lemens. And this is the belief we need to have in our players. Because when the media are planting seeds in the airwaves about Emi Martinez, Man United may still come in with a bid for Emi Martinez. Andy Mitten. Andy Mitten is one of those guys, those self-righteous guys who thinks he knows everything about Man United better than everyone else because he's written a few books that basically spot the dog when will test your intelligence more. And that's what I'm talking about at the end of the day. And so he wants to just bring down certain players in this team, talking about Senny Lemens, talking about Emi Martinez. We've got Senny Lemens. Believe in your goalkeeper. That's what you need to do. Jesse, what's going on? 7-0 coming soon. Man United will be humble. Trust me, wounded, gain it. Waiting for you guys. Jesse Gakpo, my guy. Look, I don't think it'll be 7. I think Liverpool will be there to try and prove a point. But you know what? What happened last season? We said we're going to lose 5 last season. That's what I heard last season. We drew the game. So you never know what's going to happen, Jesse, my guy. You know, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what Man United are going to turn up. Man United might go up there and roll you over. You don't know that. You might be 4-0. You might be 4-0, brother. It might be over for you. 4-0. You never know, guys. We win against Liverpool. We're 2 points behind you, bro. We're 2 points behind you. We win against Liverpool. The worst Man United team, apparently in history. We're 2 points behind Liverpool. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be brilliant, guys? Absolutely. Stephen, definitely need a bigger squad because all Hawaii happen at United. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Heaven on earth. Belinda Carlisle. I know Benny loves that. I know Benny. He's got that on replay. Over and over again, Benny's got that, oh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Aiden, heaven is a place on earth. Aiden, heaven is it, guys? I know I shouldn't be singing the lyrics. That is disappointing. But I did see Belinda Carlisle live once. So, guys, don't hate me. Hate the game. Okay? Don't hate me. Hate the game. That's what it's all about, guys. Absolutely, Aiden Heaven should be in the middle of that defense. Absolutely. Amount Smart, probably my first crush as well, by the way. But anyway, that's another thing. Stephen, injuries always happen at Man United. Yeah, Man United are the injury haven. We should have A&E written on top of Old Trafford. We shouldn't have Manchester United written. We should have A&E, emergency department. That's what we are, because that's what we are at the moment. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up, Darren. What's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. Ciao. Sky Sports have an agenda against United. They said that Liverpool in transition period after spending $500 million. Man United hated the dog, never ignored, child. We don't say this for no reason. This is always going to be a case with Manchester United. This is what they do with Man United. They hate Man United. They fear Man United. They're scared of Man United. And you know what they're scared of? They're scared of a resurgent Man United. They're scared of the wounded beast awakening, because you know what they've been doing for the last 15 years? Bloody, 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 blah. You know, it's going to be very embarrassing when Man United come up, you know, and prove them all wrong. If Ruben Amorim can prove them all wrong, boy, that would be so sweet, guys. Honest to God, that would be sugar and candy. It would be beautiful if Ruben Amorim can prove them all wrong. My goodness me, I would love them to hide in their little corner and crawl under the sofa, because do you know what? I believe we will be back sooner or later. You know, the cream always rises to the top. It will rise to the top. Don't worry about that, my friend. Absolutely. 7-Up trophy loses Liverpool. They can have the 7-Up trophy, guys. You know what? At the end of the day, we won it 3 times. We won it 3 times without anyone. We won it 3 times. And you fill in the gap, guys, because that is what Liverpool are about. Let's not forget about Liverpool banning every single English club from Europe for 8 bloody years. It was England, it was Manchester United who put English football back on the map. That's what happened, guys. It was Manchester United who put English football back on the map. It was Man United who did that. Absolutely. When Liverpool were banning English teams from Europe. Absolutely. Anaruj, 6 or 7 points in the next 4 games with these players. Can't trust them when they will show up. I know, Anaruj, that is the biggest, that is the $1 million question, isn't it? If these players will show up, if they will play to their capabilities, because we know what they can do. This is the thing. It's the consistency that is the problem. And the captain is the representation of our inconsistency. He's great on his day, but when is his day? We ain't got our day every week. And that's the difference between an elite and a world-class player and a good player. That's the difference. An elite and a world-class player are generally 7, 8, or 10s every single game. Bruno is not that guy. Absolutely. Guys, Metal. We already have VTech who can be our number 2. Absolutely, Metal. I forgot about VTech. Absolutely not VTech. That's an exam. I done my BTEC exam many, many years ago. It's not BTEC, it's VTech. VTech is the player that he's on loan at the moment. Yeah, look, I forgot about him. It'll be brilliant to bring him back in. Absolutely. And have him as a number 2. If he wants to be a number 2, of course. Big up MUC forever. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Hope you're blessed, of course. He's doing very well. He done well last year as well. Absolutely. Morning, Christian. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Morning, Sal. We definitely need more captains in our squad. Absolutely. Leach just brings calmness to our back line. With De Ligt, I see Mainu playing a Frankie de Jong role with him being behind. I mean, yeah, look, whatever will happen with Mainu, I still rate Mainu very, very highly. And I think it's been a little bit unfair on him. He hasn't had the amount of opportunities that he deserves, in my opinion. I saw when Mainu broke through the team with Erik ten Hag, he was absolutely a generational. And I don't think you lose that. I do feel there are some noises around him in regards to his agent and things like that. When there was that contract rumors going on and stuff like that, I do believe that. But what I would say is that, yeah, I would love Leach to be back with Mainu, because what Leach brings, what people fail to grasp, is that Leach brings that ball out. He brings it out from defense and he gets closer to that midfield. So he contributes towards the midfield as well. And I think that is what helps us a lot. And as you said there, it adds an element of calmness and authority and experience, And he's been one of our best. I mean, if we're going to thank Erik ten Hag for one signing, it will be Licha Martinez. I think Licha Martinez has been a great signing for Man United, probably one of our best players. He is my favourite signing since post Alex Ferguson. He is mine. There is Bruno as well. I was very excited about Bruno. Before we signed Bruno, I was very excited about Bruno. But, I think Licha is a G. Absolutely. Ephraim. Sal, it's not about age. If Lamens is good enough, we have believe him. Absolutely, Ephraim. He's 23. He's 3 years older than David De Gea when he walked through the club, when he walked through those sacred doors at Old Trafford. He's 3 years older. I don't know what people are saying. You know what I don't like is the people talking nonsense, and that's the thing. They're just talking for the sake of talking. We need Ter Stegen to act as a mentor from Senny Lamens. We need Ter Stegen to act. What, a mentor in what? Conceding silly goals? Absolutely crazy, isn't it, what you hear these days? Thank you so much, Ephraim. Don't forget to subscribe. We need to get to 50 likes today, guys. Don't forget 50 likes every single breaking dawn. We need to get to 50 likes, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Big up yourself. Big up Fanatic 8, the legend. What's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is blessed with you on this Tuesday. Guys, absolutely. Big up Fanatic 8. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Benny, a new tune for the Stretford end. I'm a trash man myself. A trash metal man myself. Big up, Benny. Big up, Benny. I thought you were going to sing Suede then. Trash, me and you. We're the lovers on the groove. We're the little... Oh, the guy's good. Yeah, I thought he was going to sing that then. I thought I was going to get a little tune from someone these days. Where do you have to go to get a tune these days, guys? That's what it's all about, guys. Absolutely. Look, we're relaxed because there's no Man United playing for another 2 weeks, although it's depressing that we have to witness England ball, 2-2 ball with Henderson in goal, 55-year-old and Jordan Henderson in the squad and stuff. It is a nightmare, isn't it, guys? It really is, to be honest with you. Stephen, definitely can't trust them players. They are in it for the money. Yeah, look, what we have to understand, I think one thing that we have to input in our heads and permanently put in our heads, that these players are not fans. They're not fans of Man United. Not like the old days when we had actual fans playing for Man United. I know that Kobe Mainoo's a fan. I know that some of the youth players are fans. That's great. But many of these players, including the players that we love the most, are not Man United fans. And we have to remember that. And they are more inclined to think financially and for their own benefit than what's best for the football club. I know that sounds sinister, but we have to face reality here. They do not think on an emotional level. Me and you will play for Man United for free because we love Manchester United. That's what it's all about. But they're not fans of Manchester United at the end of the day. Now, guys, speaking of youth team and speaking of players who support Manchester United, Jim Thwaites, guys, if I said that, I sounded like Jonathan was. Jim Thwaites is a player who plays in the youth, a 17-year-old central midfielder, stroke attacking midfielder, has been brought into the first team squad at Manchester United. Great news, because a lot of the community have been speaking about Jim Thwaites for quite a while now. He is deemed the new Pedri, guys. Now, that is fantastic. Amazing compliments indeed. Can fit that centre midfield position, can play in that attacking midfield position. Why not give him a go, guys? Why not put him on the bench and give him 20 minutes here, give him 20 minutes there? That's what we need to do with these youth players, because as Alex Ferguson said, If you do not give youth a chance, they stagnate and they drift into the abyss, of course, guys. But Jim Thwaites has been brought into the Manchester United first team squad. Very good news, and congratulations to Jim and his family, of course, guys. Great to have him in the squad. We need more. We need more. We need to bring them all through. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mantato, as people know, Ibrahimov, the Fletcher brothers. I'm a big fan of all of them, guys. Musa, another one, JJ Gabriel. In regards to JJ Gabriel, Manchester United are guaranteed a box for JJ Gabriel at the new Old Trafford to try and entice JJ Gabriel to stay at Manchester United. He is going to be 15 this week, I believe. And Man United need to wait till he's around 16. He can make his debut for Man United, by the way, but he's still on a youth contract. But we need to wait till he's around 16 years old, of course, so we can bring him into the team. Guys, absolutely. And that would be absolutely fantastic. I think it was George Weah who played at 15 years old for AC Milan, if I'm not wrong. But yes, JJ Gabriel, Manchester United have guaranteed a box at the new Old Trafford, JJ Gabriel, for him and his family. And that is trying to entice him. You know, we just need to keep him. He's an absolute generational. And Man United have a few generationals in the youth team at the moment, and we really do have to give them an opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Christian, I'll take 9 points any day of the 4 games, Sal. I would take that as well, man. 1 loss. I just don't want to lose any more games, bruv. I just don't want to lose any more games. If we can get a draw in that game that we're going to lose, hopefully it's not against Liverpool. I think probably when I'm looking at that fixture list, looking at the recent results, I think that Man United are going to struggle against Tottenham. I think that's the game where Man United are going to struggle. I think that I know people, guys, only Tottenham, We lost Tottenham 4 times last season. As we know, we lost the Europa League final. Absolutely disgraceful, guys. And disgraceful performance. The worst game I've ever seen in my life as a Man United fan. The most embarrassing game I've ever seen in my life as a Man United fan as well. Good morning, Marky Mark, you absolute legend. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the house. Morning, Sal, in the community. How are you? I'm well, brother. I'm well, brother. Of course I am. I hope you're doing well as well. Tired of the international break already. It hasn't even started yet. When is Leach supposed to be back? He's supposed to be back at the end of the month, Marky Mark, but he's not back yet. I mean, this is when we're getting into the questions of when is he going to be back? You know what I mean? We need him back. We need him. We definitely need Diego Martinez. He's one of our most important players. But we have to think realistically as well. And we have to think about, is he going to be injured again? The thing is that he's not just injured. When he's injured for a period of time, a long period of time. And that is the problem. You know, if they're injured for 1 or 2 weeks, it's all right. But when they keep getting injured and they get injured for long periods of time, that's when it becomes a problem, isn't it? You know, absolutely. Big up, Marky Mark, my guy. Good to see you again, guys. And big up the members, of course, guys. I've got great content coming from the members. Fantastic to have all the members in the house as well. Big up, Lawrence, buddy. What's going on, Lawrence? Hope you're doing well. Morning, Sal. Our first back-to-back wins versus Brighton and Forest. Then we'll no longer be angry middle-aged white man, Mr. Oh, God, blimey. You know what I would say, Lawrence? You know, that's a great one. You know what I would say, Lawrence, is that flipping hell, man. I love England. I'm British. You know what I mean? I love England. My dad, I love my country. I do. But I just think we need to move away. I think footballers need to move away from politics. And that's it. And that's all I say, because it causes too much problems. Just move away from politics, man. Don't talk about politics. If you're not involved in politics, don't bother going on politics, guys. At the end of the day, man. Gary, I know that Gary's running for Prime Minister. You know it. Hello, Gary. Speaking of Gary, there you go, Gary. Not that Gary, another Gary. Hello, sir. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, Gary. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Hope you're very, very good, my friend. Good to see you in the house, of course. Sal, it amazes me when people say on this day, Luke Shaw is a world class. Who said Luke Shaw is world class? I want to know who said Luke Shaw is world class. I want to know. Luke Shaw hasn't been world class ever. I don't know who said it. Who said that, Ephraim? My goodness me. Brian. Hey, sir, mate. How's it going, Brian? Good to see you again, Brian. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Hope you're blessed, of course. Derez, what's going on, my friend? Daniel Gore is back from injury. Another level. We don't need Belay and Wharton. Academy, Daniel Gore. He got an injury, didn't he, my friend? He got an injury, Derez, didn't he? And I don't know about his injury record at the moment. He has had a bit of problems with it. and he went on loan as well, didn't he? No, he's always been highly rated, Dan Gorey. I rate him very highly, very comfortable in the ball, very silky. But, Man United have got a lot of good young players in there, and we need to give them a chance, and we can't give them all a chance, of course. There's not enough winners in that team at the moment to be nurturing them in a way that I would want them to nurture. There's no Roy Keanes, Peter Schmeichels, Eric Cantona's in that team, if you know what I mean. So we have to be careful how we bed these players in. Probably one here, one there, one here, one there. Jim Thwaites is one. Jim Thwaites is very, very good. I'm very excited about Jim Thwaites as well. And let's wait and see what happens, of course. But yeah, we definitely need to bring in some of these youngsters, pal. We definitely need to do that, of course. We can't forget about it, of course. Sal, do you think there's any chance we sign a midfielder in January, or will someone from the academy be given a shot in the first team? This all depends, Metal. This all depends. What I'm hearing is that obviously Kobe Mainoo wants first team football. If Kobe Mainoo doesn't get first team football by January, we will be looking to loan him out or maybe even sell him. And if we do that, Man United need to replace him. Now, the problem we're having at the moment is if Man United are prepared to replace any player that leaves. Looking at Ineos at the moment, I don't get the air and confidence that I feel like they've got players in mind and they've got backup options. I'm hearing a lot about Ruben Neves on loan, a lot about Ruben Neves. I don't mind Ruben Neves. I think Ruben Neves will be a very, very good stopgap option. Still a very good player, still a Portuguese international. I think it'd be a very, very good stopgap option. But if Man United do offload a player, we will be looking for a midfield option. If they don't hold your breath. I don't think Man United will be doing any deals in January. I think it's very unlikely. I do feel, and it's almost guaranteed, that Man United signing a player that is worth about 80, 90 million is not going to happen. A Baleba is not going to happen in the January transfer window. The one is Alexandra Pavlovic, who have been talking about the Bayern Munich player. Manchester United could quite possibly do a deal with Bayern Munich with an obligation. So that is one thing that Man United can do. So it is Pavlovic. We're looking at Pavlovic. We're looking at Ruben Neves. We're looking at these type of players that we can bring in January. Bayern are looking to offload a couple of players, and maybe we can work out a deal with them. Mark, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Steptoe Chucho called up no United players again. I mean, goodness me. I mean, when was the last time that happened apart from the last game? When was the last time before Tuchel that there was no Man United players in the England squad? It's crazy when you're thinking about it these days. But then again, Mark, I was raised in a generation where you know what? Man United won a double. Steve Bruce didn't have a cap. David May didn't play for England. Scholes, Beckham weren't called up to the Euro 96 squad, even though they won the double, but Darren Anderton was, you know what I mean? And players of that ilk. I come for that generation. Man United have never had a decent relationship with the England national team anyway, and that's why England are so bloody boring at the moment. And international football, it just bores the hell out of me, you know what I mean, to be honest with you. Prime Minister Gary Neville. Yes, I'll take it. Say yes to Gary Neville at this moment in time. At this moment in time, Gary Neville. At this moment in time, I can see it. At this moment in time, Gary Neville, Prime Minister. What about that guy? That would upset a lot of people. He did upset a lot of people over this last 24 hours, including some people in this community, because I was telling them about the birds and the bees, and they don't want to listen about the birds and the bees. What Gary Neville was trying to say is that he doesn't want people using the Union Jack and the England flag as a negative, basically, because people are using it to be discriminatory. And that is all he was saying. That was what he was saying, in my opinion. But as I said, I'm Englishman. You know what I mean? I'm an Englishman. I'm an Englishman. Yes, I am. I'm born and raised in Leytonstone. So, guys, look, don't take it the wrong way. All right? I know there's a lot of patriotic people out there. My great-grandmother has a bloody OPE from the Queen. From the Queen. All right? Let me tell you that right now. From the Queen. All right, so let me just say that my great-grandmother, Jessie Matthews, is my great-grandmother. She's the first English actress to go to America and act and blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's what I would say. So, I used to go and see England play a lot until they said, stand up if you hate Man U. That's what they used to do, guys. I used to go to Man United. I used to go to see England, right, at Wembley, in my England top, right? And they used to sing, stand up if you hate Man U, stand up. They used to sing that. And I used to be on the train on the Metropolitan line to Wembley Park. Or the Jubilee line, right? I used to go there all the way to Wembley, guys, in my Man United top, and I had to zip up my Man United top when I was going to see England, because I used to go and see England sometimes. Yeah, but they don't like my club. They don't like Manchester United. They're infatuated with Man United. They're obsessed with Man United. So when they were singing at Wembley once, I said to them, why are you singing anti-Man United songs? You've got Scholes, you've got Beckham playing. Why are you singing anti-Man United songs? It's ridiculous. Gary, give Kobe first in football. Come on, Hammer, and be fair to the kid. Agree with that, my guy. Agree with that, Gary. Sal, which is your favorite love music? I love all types of music, Evram. I love music. I love a little bit of Enrique Iglesias when you're talking about love music. I love all different types of songs. Guys, if I put on my playlist on you, like the first song that'll come, look, the first song I've got on there. Look at the first song I've got on my playlist here, guys. I don't know if you see that. Look at that. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of luck, we can make it through Anfield, guys. That's what it's all about, because that's the song. That's the last song I was listening to. I went for a jog outside, right? And that is the last song that played on my playlist, right? And with a little bit of luck, MC Neat. Can't beat it, guys. You know what's great about that song? 1999. 1999. I love 1999. 1999 was fire, man. I don't even care. What a year. If we sell Kimoni, we must put in a buy it back clause in the first option to buy it clause. We'll get a better yeah, absolutely, Christian. It's whether he would want to do that, though, isn't it? It's up to Kobe Mainoo if he want to do that. If it's a buyback option, of course. If he would want to come back to Man United, is the biggest question, of course. Lawrence, if Ruben factored Kobe into his new three-man midfield, then he would leave even as a regular 60-minute sub. Those two have fallen out big time. I agree, Lawrence. I think you hit the nail on the head there. I agree. I think they have fallen out. I saw when Kobe was coming on over the weekend, and he didn't even look at Amram. Didn't even look at him. There was no love there at the end of the day. I think Kobe just, I know how he feels. I know it's not great. He's not been treated fairly. I know that Bruno's playing poorly and continues to be picked, but you still need to just play for the badge. If you don't like the manager, whatever, just play for the badge at the end of the day, and just do your best. And people, look, you know what, Kobe? Keep playing well for Man United. If you come on, do something amazing. Go there, absolutely smash it, and make the manager have no choice but to give you an opportunity. You know what I mean? And that's what I would say. It's up to you at the end of the day. You are in charge of your own destiny, of course. That's what I would say, to Kobe Mainoo, in my opinion. I would say that, of course, guys. Yes, guys, look, you know what? Football's funny. It is funny old game, and especially Stretford Post. It is very funny, guys. We do talk about a lot of stuff. Sal, do you think Mainoo is not starting because he did not sign a new contract? Now, look, guys, Ephraim raises a point there, a very important point, which I raised a few weeks ago. Last season, there was rumors about Kobe Mainoo wanting a new contract. Some were saying it's like 200 bags a week, which is 200 grand a week, right? This is the contract that he wanted. Now, I've always learned in life that there's no smoke without fire. I've always learned in life that you shouldn't always believe what you hear. I've always learned that in life, right, in regards to everything. So when we're looking at last season, Kobe Mainoo didn't play well, right? And it was around that time when that 200,000 a week contract rumor was going around. Maybe Ruben Amram didn't like that. Because I do think, if I'm not wrong, wasn't he playing before? I mean, I'm not sure. He was definitely playing more than he was playing now. And this is what I'm talking about, So this contract negotiation, maybe, just maybe, it might have swayed Ruben Amram a little bit. I don't know. Christian, so how can I get your Stretford Post soundtrack? Really loves the beat. It's an unfinished song by my brother. My brother's a rapper, produced by AO Beats. I can send you the beat. I don't think I have the full song. It isn't finished yet. But if you just give me your email address, just DM me on Stretford Post on Twitter. I'll follow you back and I'll DM it to you. I DM me your email address and I'll send it to you, bruv. But it's not finished. We're meant to be putting a rap verse on it. There's a couple of verses, 2-3 verses that need to go on it. But the chorus and that is there, of course. Produced by my guy, AO Beats, of course. AO Beats is smashing it, my friend, of course. Ellen, good morning, Ellen. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Better late than never, isn't it, Ellen? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. 50 likes, big up everyone. Thank you so much, guys. 50 likes in the house. Thank you so much, guys. Very important, the 50 likes. We have to do that every single bloody morning. It is what it's about. Metal. Sal, what do you think about Bruno offers in the pivot that Kobe doesn't? What does Ruben see in him that we can't? I don't think it's just bias. Ruben can't be that. He's not clueless, Metal. Can I tell you what it is? And I'm sorry to bring in this sinisterness. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to say this, but it's because he's Portuguese. That's it. Why do you think Dalot plays? You know, instead of Diego Leon as a specialist left wing back. It's because they're Portuguese. It's as simple as that. I can't think. The one thing about Portuguese, and I've been in Portugal a number of times, guys. I've seen football matches. I used to play beach football in Portugal and stuff like that. One thing I'll say, guys, they're very good at beach football. Guys, if you go to Portugal, right, the Algarve in particular, don't play beach football with Portuguese people because they are bloody good. All right? Let me just tell you that right now. All right? Look, Portuguese love themselves quite a lot, actually. They do. And one thing I would say is that they love their own. And that's fair enough, of course. It's all right to love your own. And they will be playing the Portuguese player no matter what. Do you know what I mean? In regards to that, yeah. And Jose Mourinho did it when he went to Chelsea with Deco, with Carvalho, with Ferreira, of course. Remember that? He did it as well. And I think this is a big part of it. I think the communication thing is a part of why Ruben Amorim picks these players ahead of players that should be playing, of course, in my opinion. I'm not late. You're early. Big up, Ellen. Big up. You should have waited for me. I am Queen Ellen. Gary, but let's be real. Kobe should be given a chance at number 8. He is not a number 6, and Amorim has made him play substitute. So I agree with you, Gary. What can I say, Gary? I agree wholeheartedly with you, my man. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree that Kobe mainly should be given a chance in that number 8 position. And that's what it should be at the end of the day. You know, I think he should be. I think there should be an element of fairness what goes on at Man United. I don't think it's quite fair at the moment. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's been given the same opportunities that some players that have been playing poorly have been given. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion. Mark, buying top youngsters mean we will make errors like City and Palmer, Chelsea and Salah, De Bruyne and Alvaro, Carreras, Henderson, Alenga, Salah. Yeah, Salah. Yeah. I remember that. How many players have Chelsea got rid of? Great players that ended up being great players. Courtois, Salah, Robben, Palmer, Chelsea, Rudiger. Chelsea are the epitome of nonsense. They've sold some fantastic players over the years, guys. De Bruyne, another one who played for Chelsea. Yeah, we can't go into that mode. We can't. That's why you need to give youngsters a chance. You have to. Imagine this, guys. Just imagine this scenario. Salah, De Bruyne, Salah and De Bruyne alone. Look, those two alone. Imagine those two alone played for Chelsea in that period. Imagine that. Goodness me, you know. Big up Ellen, doing your nails. Good. Nuno had the same thing at Wolves out. Yeah, you know, absolutely. Nuno Santos. Fair play to Nuno Santos, though. You know, he's showing up Ange Postecoglou. Kobe will get his chance. There is a reason they won't sell him or loan him out. They might do in January, though, Ellen. It is only October. We can't do anything at the moment. They might do in January. Don't forget that. What about Xerxes? What is the plan there? These guys, I'll be honest with you, Ellen. Let's be real, Ellen. Let's be real in this house right now. Let's be real. Let's get it on. Let's get real. Let's get real. Ruben Amorim don't rate them. He don't rate them. He don't rate Xerxes. And that is all I can say. Look, no. Let me be honest with you guys. Xerxes didn't have much of a preseason. He didn't play much preseason. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe. He just doesn't like doing something new. He doesn't like upsetting the apple cart, so to speak, if you know what I mean. And that is thing. Fanatic 8, yes, Sal, no disrespect to Amorim, but it's a Portuguese mafia situation with Bruno and Dalot. It is, mate, and this happens in Italy, this happens in Spain, this happens everywhere. And in England it happens. Obviously, there's British bias as well. You know, and what this happens. This is basically the only reason, because if Dalot was not Portuguese, do you think he'd be starting for Man United? You know what I mean? I don't think he will. I really don't. Do you think they'll be squeezing a German player into the midfield like Bruno's being squeezed now just to play him? No, I don't think they will. You know, and this is what it is. I think we have to admit it, and we have to say, like, what I mean. I would love someone to come up to Ruben Amorim and say, Ruben, do you only play Dalot and Bruno because they're Portuguese? Imagine someone came out of that. If I went into the press conference, Jamie Jackson, who's a journalist who's been on this show a couple of times, is going to get me in a press conference sometime, guys, to ask a question to Ruben Amorim. So you guys, when I do get in the press conference, when I do get into that presser, I want you guys to give me the questions, because if I ask the questions, I'll probably be kicked out of the presser. I'll probably be kicked out of the presser straight away. They'll probably get rid of me straight away, 100%, you know. Kobe wants World Cup football as well. Yeah, at the moment, his chances of he's not doing his chances of playing in the World Cup any good. He's not at all. He's not playing football. He's been left out the latest squad for England. And as we know, there's not many England games left. So you're looking at this England game. You're looking at the next. England got a friendly against Wales. Then they got a friendly against. Then they got the World Cup qualifier against Albania and against Serbia, of course. I think they got Latvia. And then that's it. I think that's it. So if he doesn't get in those squads, I cannot, for the life of me, seeing him getting into the World Cup squad. And that's a shame, because bloody Jordan Henderson. It's madness at the end of the day, isn't it? You know. But can we put in an attacking performance like Chelsea did last Saturday at Anfield? Have we got the personnel? I think we got the personnel to turn up when we least expect them to turn up, Lawrence. You know what I mean? I think we got the players to turn up at any given time. I think we've also got the players to flop any given time and lose any given time and get annihilated any given time. And that's the problem. Man United can go out there and beat Arsenal at the Emirates with 10 men, and they can also lose to Grimsby. That is Man United, you know what I mean? And this has been like this for a few years. And this is something that I've been talking about, culture and implementation and mentality and things like that. And this is the problem that Man United have. This is why I would like a lot of those players to leave. Those players have been there for years. I would like them to go now. Then they're just not experienced enough at winning things. I think Man United are going to do a backs against the wall job at Anfield, and I don't think there's any insult to that, because Man United have done it before, even under Alex Ferguson. If you remember John O'Shea, we remember that. Backs to the wall, snatch and grab. I don't mind Man United doing that. What Man United need to do, and it's something that Man United haven't done in many, many years, in my opinion, is get the set pieces right. Get the corners right. Do you remember Gary Pallister at Anfield? 2 goals from a corner. Get the set pieces right. Ronaldo, John O'Shea, set piece. Get the set pieces right. I don't think Bruno's good at set pieces. I think he's rubbish. I'm being honest with you guys. I think Bruno is terrible at corners, terrible at free kicks, terrible at crosses. I think it's awful. I think we need to get someone else to take the free kicks now. I really do think so. Absolutely. It depends what happens on the day. I think Man United need to score first. We need to keep it as tight as possible for as long as possible. And then, obviously, like last season, we drew 2-2. We could have won the game when Harry Maguire had that open goal, you know what I mean? And we almost won 3-2. You know what I mean? And anything can happen at any given time. And Liverpool not playing as well as they did last season as well. So anything is possible. Metal, Dalot situation is honestly baffling, Sal. I've never seen such a clueless defender. Man was just ball watching the whole time. We could have easily conceded in the first few minutes. Yeah, look, I've seen a lot of compilations and a lot of clips from just the Sunderland game. I can give you a Netflix series of Dalot mistakes. I can, right, from last year. There will be as many series as Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? And this time it's about Dalot, right? Breaking Bad, playing bad. You know, and I would say that Dalot is an awful footballer. Attitude, top-notch, great attitude, just like Maguire. Top-notch attitude, great attitude. But that's just, that should be a given when you're playing for Man United. You need talent as well. You need talent. You know what I mean? Attitude, personality, talent, mentality. 4 things right there. Talent is the big one. The big one, right? You need to have talent. You need to have awareness. You need to be concentrated. You need to be screwed on. Did you see that clip when against Sunderland when Dalot was running the opposite direction and the player was coming that way? My goodness me, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Ephraim, Sal, Dalot is not good at defending, at attacking. It's frustrating to watch him. It is very, very, very frustrating to watch him. It is frustrating. Look, let me just say this. In defense of Diego Dalot, I don't think Dalot is a wing back. I think he is a full back, and that is where he should be playing, in my humblest of opinions, guys. Come on, Ellen. Let's focus on the positives. Dalot has some bang on in front. Goodness me. You know who has good throw-ins? Brentford. Bloody, their throw-ins are ridiculous. Remind me of Rory Delap back in the day, you know. Santos, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Santos Topa. We need 2 midfielders, 1 defender, 1 left back, 1 right back, 1 left wing. Whole team, basically. Santos, absolutely, we do. I mean, hopefully we keep building. I know we're building very, very slow. 1 brick every year. Another brick, another brick. Hopefully we'll build this castle sooner or later, guys. Ellen, horrible with international break. I just want to go to Anfield. Listen, Ellen, come on, Norway. Norway, 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 Norway. They have to do the business. Norway or the highway, guys. Norway or the highway. Come on, Norway. You need to do the business. Absolutely, guys. Norway or the highway. Because you need to get to that World Cup. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Has nothing to do with who you're playing. Yes, big up, Ellen, big up. Yeah, look, you know, I mean, international break. I mean, I'm trying to bring some light to the situation, international break and stuff like that. I'm trying to bring some light in it. Odegaard is injured. Bad timing for us. Bloody hell, you're playing Israel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, I was going to say something there, but I better not. I thought I better not. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to be lying in some ditch somewhere. Metal. Semenyo looks like he'll go for big money in the summer. I don't think we're going to sign Semenyo because I think we got Cunha. I know we got Cunha and we got Mbeumo. I think that Semenyo's a great player. Man United will link to Semenyo in the summer. I just don't think Man United are going to go buy another attacking player. Man United will buy another midfielder. Semenyo's a fantastic player, though. Don't get me wrong. I believe in Cunha. I'm giving Cunha time. I believe in him. I believe in Mbeumo, and I think they're going to come good. I think already Mbeumo's coming good. I think Mbeumo needs to work on his stamina a little bit, and then I think we can go from strength to strength. I really do, guys. I think that we just need a few tweaks in that team. There's a few players there that shouldn't be playing anymore for Manchester United, and guys, and some of them are fan favourites, unfortunately. But I think by next summer, I think Man United would have more or less built their team. I'm really hoping that Ruben Amorim survives until Christmas and survives until January, because we have got some difficult games coming up, and some of the games that we're playing have been very, very bad for us in recent history. I mean, people don't think about West Ham. When's the last time we beat West Ham at the London Stadium? When's the last time we beat West Ham away, guys? Come on. Was it a few years ago when Ibrahimovic scored? I mean, I can't remember. Ephraim. Sal, did you see Van Dijk defending? Yeah. Bum the ripper, bum the man, bum the ripper, bum the man. What was it? You know, but no, I better not say that, guys. I'm gonna get myself demonetized that way. Absolutely, guys. Sal, yeah. I better not read that again. Big up, Ephraim. Well, Israel are playing Norway. Yeah, they are definitely playing Norway. You know, shouldn't be there, to be honest with you. In my humblest of opinions, Lawrence. I watch England and look forward to Tuchel taking us to the Premier League title in 3 seasons. Oh, God, no. No Tuchel ball, Lawrence, man. He's the COVID manager. He played well at the COVID time, didn't he? That's what he did. Absolutely. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Dun, 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 dun. What a song, guys. Pink Floyd. My brother. What a great band, guys. England had some great bands, and I love Pink Floyd because what they stand for as well. Absolute legendary band. Fergie, what's going on, my friend? That fraud Slot. I told you guys about Arne Slot, by the way. People were trying to defend Arne Slot last year. Trying to say, Sal, he's a great manager. Look at him already. He's won the league. Look, he had to play. It was Jurgen Klopp's team, for crying out loud. Fergie 71. Sal, that fraud Slot has 3 games in a row. And oh, my God, hasn't won. Anger hasn't won a game in 7 games, but guess what? There's no negativity towards those managers. The media saying they need time to bed their tactics. Yes, mate. Hated, adored, never ignored, Fergie. I know that's the famous cliche, of course, but it is. And we get proven right every single time. You know, they just don't like Man United. You know what I mean? And that's what it is at the end. They just don't like us. You know, so this is why, and I would urge people, and some of those content creators, guys, you know what they are, and some of them got massive platforms, right? They feed into their narratives, whether they go on Sky Sports, whether they go on TalkSport, they feed their narratives. Oh, yes, you're quite, it's true, though. He needs to be sacked, just to get their Sky Sports gig. Goodness me. I mean, I would rather not get anything and be real to myself, man. Honestly, God. Fergie 71. But when it's Amorim, it's give us a manager out his tactics. But when it's Amram, it's, his tactics are useless. Oh, 3 at the back doesn't work. I know, mate. I agree. And, this is what we have to contend with every single year, isn't it? And this is what the Man United hate train is all about. Step aboard the hate train. Step aboard. You want to come on Sky Sports? Step aboard the Man United hate train. Choo. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Alex Tools football. Step aboard. Come on. Choo. That's what it is. Oh, yes, I would love to get that little Sky gig. Oh, my goodness me. Guys, I got on Sky Sports with a talent. You know what I mean? Many years ago. You know what I mean? For Soccer AM. But, this is it, isn't it, guys? And people have their narratives, and that is the media for you. That is the media, the anti-Manchester United media train. And that's what it is. And we have to be, as Man United fans, we have to be aware of this. And we have to stick by each other. And we have to stick by our football club. Because if we don't stick by our football club, who on earth is going to stick by our bloody football club? Stirring up the fans and get rich. Keep away from the drama. Absolutely. We need to back our club and everything in it, even the rats. We criticize our football club, not them. We talk about our football club, not them, because we love our football club. They don't love our football club at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We love our football club and we have a right to, we criticize our football club and talk about our football club. Sal, I will love Sesko last minute winner against Liverpool. It'd be amazing, mate. I'll be all over the place. Guys, listen, guys, if we did that, guys, I apologize what I'm about to do. I might be, no, I don't want to do that, guys. I don't want to frighten everyone. But yeah, look, I'll just be like, oh my goodness, I'll be so excited. You know what I mean? I even think about it. I just want to go, you know what I mean? That would be absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? Lawrence, Sky Sports are always Liverpool and Arsenal. Yeah, guys. Look, there's this narrative going around that, Arsenal are so hard done by. Everyone hates Arsenal. Everyone hates Liverpool. No. I was in the media for 20 bloody years. They were all Liverpool and Arsenal fans, guys. I was in the media 20 years. They are all Arsenal and Liverpool fans. Arsenal get the rub of the green. Let me give you an example, right? Who remembers when Man United used to play Arsenal in the 90s? You remember? Now, think about this, guys. Let me go to a game. Arsenal, Man United, 3-2 to Arsenal at Highbury, right? I think it was 1997, around that time. The commentator, Martin Tyler, when Vieira would score that goal, he'd be like, Vieira! He'd be screaming his head off. When we score a goal, it's like, and Solskjaer, 2-2, or Sheringham, 2-2, it's 2-2. You know, it'd be like that. But when Arsenal score a goal, his lungs are going to come out. You know what I mean? And that's what they do, you know? That's when you know. You know what I mean? Mark, why does no one mention that Southgate got his usual relegation with England in the National League? Because he's I mean, how can you get that squad of players relegated? That is the biggest question I would ask. And people want him at Man United, for crying out loud. A generational bunch of players. Because he's a poor manager. He got Middlesbrough relegated, Mark, you know? That's what it is. If England, let me tell you, Mark, right? And I'm being honest here. If England had Tuchel from the year 2018 up until now, England would have 1 or 2 trophies by now. 100%. They would have won the Euros at Wembley against Italy. Even my wife, right? My wife is Italian. She knew, having seen all the great Italian teams of the past, she knew that she thought that England were going to win 3 or 4-0. She goes, the Italian team is old and it's past it. She couldn't believe when Italy won. She goes, why did England score and England didn't go on to win 2 or 3-0? I said, because we got Gareth Southgate. That's why. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Yeah. Big up, Gareth. Have a nice day, brother. Good to see you. Hope Cunha get his goal against Liverpool. I hope so. 008 +1. Absolutely. Big up, my friend Daryl. What's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. Better late than never, Daryl, isn't it? Big up, Sal, brother. I hope you catch you later. Working at the moment. I reckon we will beat Liverpool. Close match, but we will win. Come on, man. I did say 2-1 to Man United. I did say that, guys, on various platforms. I did say that, guys. Have a great day, mate. Big up, Samuel. What's going on, mate? Sky Sports is Manchester United name because they can't talk. Without Manchester United, Samuel, you're absolutely right. Without Manchester United, they can't eat. They will starve. Without Man United, they won't have food on the table. That is what it's all about, guys. On that note, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. You're absolute legends, guys. Before I leave, please don't forget to smash a like on the way out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to put your notifications on. You know what I mean? Trust me, Daryl. We keep them running. They should show us respect. There should be a minute silence every time Gillette Soccer Saturday comes on the screen. They should say a minute silence for Man United for giving us this opportunity. A bit like sitting around the table before you eat. We want to thank Man United for this great opportunity that you have given us, but they won't do that, will they? There'll never be a minute silence for the Busby Babes. There'll never be a minute silence. There should be a minute silence for the Busby Babes every time an English club gets into that Champions League, because we were the first ones to believe in European football when none of those other English clubs believed in English football, and we sacrificed ourselves. So teams like Man City, teams like Arsenal, teams like Chelsea, teams like Liverpool get the opportunity so they can sing, we won it 6 times, we won it. You know, that's why, because of us, guys. Absolutely. Big up Ellen, big up everyone. Love my brothers, love my sisters. Big up everyone. I hope you're doing well. I might see you later on for a Chatterbox, but keep your notifications on in case I go live for Devil's Digest as well. Depends how I'm feeling, guys. If I'm back in time, I will definitely do a Devil's Digest. Samuel, it's funny these Liverpool fans criticise Mateus Cunha, but they don't criticise one of his forwards. What have they criticised Isaac as well? Let's not forget about him. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Have a great day, everyone. Big up, everyone. Much love to you all. Really appreciate everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for a great show, and see you later on. Take it easy. Peace.